Where's the bang bang, Preston? Come on.
I can't breathe.
Pub Sports Radio. Come find us in Southtown 101. Subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where podcasts are found.
Boom, we're live, baby, live. Welcome to Pub Sports Radio, NCAA Net Profit. Max, it is Thursday, February 10th, and I need a brand new day after last night. It wasn't horrible, but some tough losses for me there. I'm going to shoot it to you. How was your night last night? We'll get to mine, and we'll get to your line movement, brother.
Well, I won the best bet, so I think that's like literally, hopefully, a sign from God that maybe I could turn those around. Houston total over was good in the first half. God bless them, and I just feel very bad for their backers full game because they dicked around and played a tale of two halves and got slapped. So at least they took care of business early, and that's all I can ask for in that game.
Yeah, excellent. So last night, let's roll through mine. Rutgers came through really late, man. Got a good late run there.
Damn straight they came through. Hey, smile about that because Gio Baker hitting those free throws, Connor. I was literally standing up, yelling at the TV. My neighbors on both sides could probably hear me. Are like, what is this crazy son of a bitch doing right now? I was watching Rutgers win, baby.
Well, as much as the high I was from that game in the end, the low of Tulane at the end of that basketball game hurt.
That game was wrong.
No shit. God, they go down, shoot a three, they'd be down 6-7, then they go to 9, then they shoot a 3 or 2, 6-7 layup, and it gets to that. Then he misses, they block a 3, then they get the ball, he misses a layup at the end. Just, there was a short time Memphis had a lead that big, I think by 13 start, but the whole game was pretty close. Tulane was there. It got me. They won by 11. Just is what it is. And the tough one was Miami, Georgia. The whistle. I can't believe all the fouls in that game. And we were talking about on one of your games the other day, they were in the bonus just like right away. I mean, I forget what Miami shot, 27 free throws or more. I was surprised by Tech's defense. I was just shocked. I would still bet that under again. So just is what it is. I had to play my number there in that one. But let's get to today, Max. Hit me with, there's been a ton of movement, ton of games. Yeah, we do this show later on. It sucks, but a ton of ones I really liked, but have moved side and total. Let us know what those are.
Yeah, absolutely, Connor. We've had a hectic day of line moves, whether it be last night to early in the morning to now. I'm going to try and stay off the ones that are just slight ones and try and focus on the big ones, so bear with me. I will say this, Marshall, with the potentially not having Tavion Kinsey, it's gone from a 4.5 point favorite to 6. When we look at Illinois, Chicago, and Cleveland State, that total definitely has bounced around, but I'm surprised that it hasn't gone one way or the other. But right under it in Conference USA, Charlotte and La Tech open up at 145. They're down as low as 141. When we look at Delaware, who may not have Dylan Painter again, went from an 8-point favorite down to as low as 6. Then we have to look at the Iowa-Maryland total. 149 opener, as low as 146 right now. Those are crucial points. In the Arkansas State-Troy game, we saw that total come out at 134.5, and it's up to 137.5 at its highest. Obviously, when we look down the board, we have to stop at James Madison and Elon. Elon, much different performer on the road than at home, and that total has reflected so. 146 to as low as 142, plus James Madison has some roster personnel issues going on. When we go down the board, we have to stop at Georgia State and Coastal Carolina. This is Scarlett Johansson Taint, the Taint play of the day. And the Taint opened up as a 1-point favorite. Now they're a 2-point home dog. Wrong move. We're going to see it show itself very soon. I think that when we go down the board a little more, I have to stop at UNC Greensboro and Citadel. We saw this total go and open at 137.5, and surprisingly is up to 140 at its highest. VMI opened up as, I believe, a 5 or 5.5 point as a 5 or 5.5 point favorite, and is now down to 3.5 with the healthiest Mercer team that we've seen in probably 2 months. I think that when we go down more, when we go deeper into the 7 o'clock slate, which has, I think, close to 25 games, I stop at UT Arlington and UL Monroe. That total opened up at 134, is as low right now as 130.5. That is crazy. Texas State, ULL, 135 down to 132.5. I don't understand these line moves, especially in the Texas State ULL game. I think with the Florida Atlantic Western Kentucky game, while Florida Atlantic hasn't been an 85-point juggernaut on the road like they have been at home, this total went from 147.5 to as low as 142.5. Don't understand it. Maybe I'm just not seeing something in the numbers. And as we go deeper and we go into some more of these Sunbelt games, which definitely seem like a minefield tonight, I stop at Little Rock in South Alabama. A total that definitely opened up on the wrong number because it went from 141 to as low as 134.5 right now. And you can get a bunch of different numbers anywhere between 134.5 and 137. So definitely shop around if you're hitting that. Utah Valley is going to have a big home court edge if they have their whiteout or blackout. I can't remember which one it is, but that line has gone from 128 towards the over as high as 131.5. Then we have to go down the slate and we have to stop at a game that a lot of people aren't going to want to bet, but I was instantly attracted, like seeing Scarlett Johansson in real life. Southeast Missouri State and Austin Peay from a 146.5 total down to as low as 141.5. Now, if you got in at 143.5 or higher, I salute you. When we move down the card, we have to go to probably the weirdest line opener and the biggest correction of lines that are 5 points or less. SIU Edwardsville went from a 3-point opening favorite at home to now a pick'em or a 1-point underdog against UT Martin with KJ Simon, with KK Curry. So definitely an interesting line move, and I do think it's the correct one. As I scroll down the list, Connor, and I get into some of these West Coast games that are being played quite early, we're seeing these West Coast games being played at dinner time. I have to stop and look at San Diego and St. Mary's. And one of the strangest line moves, why would this line be going north? 126 openers, high as 129 right now. Very, very interesting line move. Talk a little bit about it later in the show. I think that when we stop and look at some of the Big Sky action, Portland State and Montana State, we've seen a slight move towards Portland State with the spread, about 2 points, down to as low as 9. And we've seen the total go up from 141 to 143 or 142.5. Then I go down the board and I have to look and stop at a spot where I really don't understand what's going on. I would have thought that this line would be going the other way. Washington State and Arizona, 142.5 to 144.5. And as high as 145. We've seen Washington State play some rock fights at home. They don't want to get an up and down game against this Arizona front court that runs. Yeah, that's a crazy line move in my opinion. I think it's going the wrong way. As far as other big games, Connor, before we get into my games, I think that the one that sticks out the most would have to be this Cal Riverside, Cal Irvine game. Obviously, you're really testing your freaking waters when you're betting these 120, 122 unders. And we've seen this line go from 120 to 122.5. I don't know why it has. I think that it's just asking to be bet again on the under. So hopefully I am right on that one. But that is the end of the main line moves for the main card, and we'll save any added board action for when we talk about it by the game.
Excellent breakdown. As always, Max, on all the line moves from last night to right now, side and total wise. Before we hit your games, we got to give a shout out to the chat. Best chat in the goddamn game. Shout out to all our guys here. Nuke Worker, Paulie Walnuts, Mike M, G Martinez, King Art, Brian. Good to see you. TCATL, M Doctor 24, James Calley, Mike Conley, AJN, The Real Deal Prime, The Grinder, Michael Barra, Kyle, how you doing, my guy? Matty Ice, Taint, Coastal Carolina, +1.5. Excellent call on the Taint. Bill McHugh, how you doing? Row your boat. Don Carleone, Steph Brasco, Rodney Barton, my guy, how you doing? Nathan Cerna, good to see you. CT Bays, what's up, man? Jake Burns, Nasty Nate, up in the house. Preston Burke, Elliot V. Shout out to everybody. Crystal Warren, Prince of the City, what's up? UNLV 94, Ron Lofton. Good to see you in here, Ron Lofton. What's up, my man? How you doing? Shout out to everybody. I'll hit all you guys back here in a minute. But let's get to Max's games first. Let's get right to it, Max. Let's get to your first one here. UC Santa Barbara versus Bakersfield. Santa Barbara's laying 3 here. This total's right around 127.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, listen, I like Bakersfield in this game. I know that the win-loss record isn't impressive, but the number is what makes a difference here. I think that UC Santa Barbara, while they definitely have looked good offensively at home, on the road has been a different situation. And unless they can get Bakersfield to play an up-and-down game, I just don't see the edge and backing this team on the road. Versus Cal Sun, Cal State Northridge, as people force me to call them. I definitely think that this is going to be a grinded out type of game. And I definitely think that Cal State Bakersfield with Sean Stith is going to be able to present a problem in the front court. So I am definitely riding with the home dog. It is a little stinky. And if UC Santa Barbara gets off to a really dominant offensive first half where they are eclipsing the 40-point plateau, then I'm probably fucked and I'll have to do some live betting. But at that time of night for me, all I got to do is live bet.
I'd be shocked though if they eclipse that, Max. I mean, it's possible, but
I hope so.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I know.
Good one here.
Connor, I know the 3-point shooting is terrible for Bakersfield, but not every team has to win with 3-point shooting.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Let's get to this one. You talked about Max, San Diego St. Mary's, laying a big number here, 15. You've talked about a bunch of different shops, from 128 to some 129, the total. What do you like here?
Yeah, listen, I think that with this number, I have to try and get myself away from the spread. I think that San Diego is a better basketball team when Joey Calcaterra is saddled with foul trouble and sitting his stupid ass on the bench. How many goddamn front rims does this kid have to hit and cost me money? Well, you know what? The one spot that I think that he can do no harm to my goddamn bankroll is by betting against him. I think that St. Mary's as a first half favorite definitely has a little bit of value here. University of San Diego has not looked the same, even with Jace Townsend back in the lineup. He's having turnover issues. He's having 3-point shot issues, and he's not really becoming that focal point of the offense. Marcellus Earlington, while he definitely is a quality freaking player, I just don't think that you're best served having him as your number one scoring option. I want to see San Diego get back to the play that we saw in the non-conference. Lots of threes, lots of Townsend, lots of Terrell Brown 1-2 action. Right now with this offense, doesn't really do it for me. I think St. Mary's puts it to them early and takes care of a first half. And if you can get a first half under 9, then I would support betting that.
All right, excellent. Back in St. Mary's here at home early. All righty, let's get to this one, Max. Weber State versus Eastern Washington. They're laying 4 here on the road. This total high 158. What are you going for on this one?
Yeah, I want points in this first half. That's the way that I'm looking at it. I know it's a big number, but there's a reason why these teams are being lined like this. Weber State with their freaking fantastic guard play from Kobe McEwen and Jamison Overton, and then freaking Sisho Jawara also. This Eastern Washington team is no slouch by any stretch. We've seen both these teams be able to put up some pretty big numbers in the first half, and they're going to have to do so tonight. I think that this is a spot where we do see at least one team break 40 and the other team get to 35. I think that at less than 77.5 points for a first half over, it's worth a play. That's what I projected on it.
Yeah, there should be points here, Max. So this was the other night, 84-90. Weber State won at home, didn't cover. I can't trust Weber State on the road laying points when that defense is that bad. So I agree with you. I think there's going to be a ton of points, of course, but I'd like to take the 4 points with Eastern Washington here at home. I think it'll be close. I'd want those points because I think they can win here at home. They just played each other. That game was very close. So
that was a game where Steele Venters went 4 for 15 from the field. So if you're going to be able to keep him down and you still can't cover, that's a big problem when you're playing this Eastern Washington team at home, who definitely wants to push that 40-point plateau for the home crowd, no matter how sparse it is.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out. Yeah, Ron, we were just talking about it. That that sucked. With Tulane last night. Just sometimes college basketball, that's how it rolls. Shout out to Rue Jude up in here, Isaiah Scurry, Trans Canada, my guy. How you doing, Tony Hill, James Parn? Shout out to everybody. All right, Max likes points. I think there's points, especially first half, and I do like Eastern Washington full game with the points there in that one. Georgia Southern here, Max versus App State. Like App State, love this team. But I love this team usually catching points. They're laying 6.5 tonight. Total 126. Tell me what you got here.
Yeah, listen, I'm a big App State first half guy. It's been something that's really worked for me over this course of the season. I think that when you have this really potent, established front court gem in Adrian Delph, who just really takes care of business on a game-to-game basis. I can't remember the last time he had a bad offensive game. He definitely is susceptible to a couple turnovers every now and again, but when you give me double-digit freaking points and the type of facilitation from a big man passing out of the low block and through double teams, I recognize that shit. I think that when you look at this guy, he's a solid free throw maker, and he's now got a bunch of guards that he can have play around him and get better shots because of his dangerousness. I think that with Justin Forrest coming off the bench, he can be the spark plug from the 3-point line. And with Michael Almonsi running the show, he's going to be able to get inside. I think that App State is going to be able to get out to a lead. I just don't trust them to be able to do it full game, even at home. So this is how I'm playing the game. I like App State first half. I like Georgia Southern full game. However, if Georgia Southern is up at halftime, I'm going to take App State because they have a bunch of second half comebacks that I have logged, and it's a big circle on the schedule about it. So playing the game a little weird, but that's what I do. I do weird things.
Dude, I think Max, that was like, when you do those, sometimes I'm like, that's a perfect Max way to bet the game. You're so invested by taking it by half or a team total with the full game on the other side. So I love it. I love the breakdown. All right, let's get to your next one. UIC here versus Cleveland State. Cleveland State's laying 9.5 at home. Pretty high total, 145. Do you trust Cleveland State here to lay it and cover, Max?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this UIC team is in a similar situation to James Madison, similar situation to Stony Brook. They've been expelled from freaking being able to qualify for conference freaking play. And for postseason conference play. And I just think that we're going to get a Cleveland State team that can really run rickshaw over a team. I think that if this line was in the 13.5, 14.5 point range, I would be a little more hesitant. But to tell me that Cleveland State is playing probably their better basketball of the conference season right now, getting into postseason mode, This is a deep team. They are experienced. They know that they can't rely on the three. They get to the free throw line, even though they leave a bunch at the free throw line. I have to ride the team that I feel has the better motivation, the better number value, and I think the better personnel. So what differentiates these two teams? Because let's not kid ourselves. UIC has some talent: Jalen Warren, Michael Diggins, Demaria Franklin, freaking a bunch of different guys, Zion Griffin. But what they don't do is play fantastic defense. Cleveland State can pressure you, they can zone you, they can guard you man to man. At the end of the day, that's what makes the biggest difference to me. I think Cleveland State as a team total and Cleveland State as a 9.5-point favorite would be the way I go with this game.
Yeah. Cleveland State the other day came out great. They were first half. They were up maybe big. Maybe look at them first half here. If you like them, they played some solid first half.
5.5 for 5. It's a good number.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. Definitely. All right, Max, great breakdown. Shout out to everyone in the chat. It's in here. Hit the like button. That's all I ask. And especially, I hope everybody's already subscribed, but that's all we ask here at Post Sports Radio. Give us a goddamn like. Max might have a few more things he wants, but that's all I want from you guys.
Yeah, I actually am not really wanting anything of anyone in the chat today. I just would like to have a good time on this card, a good time on the show, and get some good fucking college basketball plays out there.
I agree. Just win, baby. That's what it comes down to. All right, let's get to mine here. My first one. This one was a little bit difficult, Max, because this has come down from last night, 149. It's Iowa, Maryland. Maryland's plus 3.5 here at home. I'm on this total. There's still 147s out there. This has come down a little bit. Normally, I don't give this out, if it's moved this much, 2 points. But I think this game stays under. These teams played January 3rd. I remember this game, it went over 80-75. Maryland's been struggling at home lately. They've lost 3 in a row at home, and this total's just too high. Iowa's played more slower, a little better defense this year on the road. I don't trust Maryland to score, so I got to take the under here. Way too many points in this game. What do you like here, Iowa, Maryland?
I actually don't like anything in the game. If I were to do anything, I'd tell my guy Dabby Cab on his first half Iowa play.
All righty, let's get to my second one here. Upstate versus Longwood. Longwood's laying 8.5. This total's 144.5. This total's interesting because I wonder if it gets there. I was looking through this a lot as well. Yeah, no, you've had a Max. I've took him probably 3 or 4 out of this Upstate team. 6-0 in its last 6 games on the road. ATS 8-1 its last 9 overall. I think there's too many points here. Longwood has been phenomenal at home, but one thing, Longwood, they haven't been able to win by number much here at home. They haven't had really any double-digit wins at home. So when I saw the 8.5, I had to take it. And what I like about Upstate, Max, they can shoot it. That'll keep you in games. And I think that's why this is too many points. 38, 39% from 3. They get to the foul line. So I think this game's close. It won't be easy, but I think it's too many points. I got to stick with Upstate here and take the 8.5. What do you like here?
I agree with you 100%. I am all about Upstate in this game. I do think that we're going to get points. I do think that we can get a Longwood team total over because they have been able to push and get to 80. But you're going to need Justin Hill to have a big game for this team. And if he does, then this spread will be a little more difficult. However, Dalvin White is back, baby, and he is capable of dropping 6 threes in a motherfucking game.
Yeah. Upstate's got scorers too. They have multiple guys. They're not just like a one, maybe it's 2 option. Mozone, Gainey,
freshman,
yep.
Bryce Mozone, they got guys.
So I got to take these 8.5 here in this one. That's it with me there. I think I'm going to have one more. We'll get in it when we go through the games because I've already circled it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to play it. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. Shout out to the chat. Load up all your questions on the rest of the games. Me and Max will hopefully we can get through these all here today. But first, let's get a word from our sponsors. Boom. If you're in the San Antonio area, go to the best bar in town, Southtown 101. Get there, have a drink. Have a drink if you're ever there. Say Conor Max sent you. I'm sure they'll give you a soda or a beer on me. All right, let's get to it. MyBookie.ag at promo code Pub Sports. Use the Bitcoin. You got to put 1,000 in. Transfer the Bitcoin. They match it for 1,000. Go to manscaped.com. As I always say, get the Lawnmower 4.0, but don't stop there. Get the ball deodorant, all the good shit that comes with the full kit as you save a bunch of money there. And go to pubsportsradio.com. Get the pub rub. Rub your meat. Get it seasoned. Your brisket, your ribs, your chicken. Shit's phenomenal. And while you're there, 2 for $25. Cop a t-shirt. It's on our Pub Sports Radio swag. All right, Max, to the games here. Let's get to this one right off the top because I saw someone mention it. Arizona versus Washington State. There's laying 7 here on the road. You talked about this total moved up. I disagree with it a little bit as well. I think this could be an under game. It's up to 144.5. What do you like here?
For me, Connor, this is an all-you spot. With such a deep card tonight of other conferences at those hours, this is not one of the games that I'll be getting involved with.
This was tough for me, Max. I don't know if 7's enough. Arizona's played pretty good on the road all year long and covered these numbers. It's not going to be easy, though. I mean, I wish Washington State was getting double digits. I'd be on them for sure. I lean them at home. It's not going to be easy, like you said, for Arizona, Washington State, and they didn't want to slow it down like you were talking about earlier. I'm surprised this number's gone up. I'd only have to lean under in that one there. All right, how about this one, Max? Gonzaga laying the huge number against, I believe, Pacific, right? Can they cover this number here, 33.5?
I personally want nothing to do with the spread in this game. If I'm interested in anything, I'll fuck with Gonzaga first half team total because chances are they probably take their foot off the necks of the Pacific Tigers in the second half.
Yeah, it's just a huge freaking line. Massive, massive line. Damn. Let's get to this one with a touch on Florida International Marshall. Marshall laying 5.5. Total 149, 150. You have anything here?
I haven't figured out what the deal is on Tavion Kinsey for Marshall. That's a pretty big decision whether or not he plays or not tonight that I'd like to find out for. But I think that when you look at that FIU team total over 71.5, that is just like, it feels like cake in my mouth. It feels like I'm sucking on Dr. Mandy's tit and she's not punching me in the face to get me off of her.
Excellent. I like it. How about this one real quick? Someone, I think a couple you mentioned, Nathan Cerner, Idaho State. Wow. What do you like here? Idaho's laying 3.5 here at home, Max, total 140.5.
Yeah, listen, when it comes to Idaho, Mikey Dixon's the truth. Like, Idaho State's going to have to freaking play faster. I'm not sure they're going to be able to slow this Idaho team down. This is a rivalry game. Obviously, rivalry games tend to go under, but I am going against the grain when it comes to that. I like this particular game-changing score that's in this game. And I don't think that we're asking a lot considering that we've seen Idaho games regularly lined much higher than this. So yeah, Idaho State has a good platoon in the front court. They got experienced backcourt guys. It shouldn't be too much to ask for them to put on a clean offensive game tonight, especially coming after last game against Montana State.
All righty. This is a good one here, Max. I'm sure you have something on this. McNeese State, Southeast Louisiana. They're laying 5. There's a few 5.5s. Total right around 152.5, 153. What do you like here?
Yeah, listen, when it comes to this Southeast Louisiana team, I'm a sucker for them. I love the fact that they have guys like Matthew Strange and Ryan Burkhardt who can really get hot from 3. And of course, Gus Okafor. Gus is definitely a solid Southland player. I tend to lean towards overs in this conference, and I tend towards liking team totals that are below 80 for both teams. I think that with McNeese, they definitely have a game-changing score of their own in Christian Shoemate. That's playing very good basketball right now. I'll give him that. I just think at the end of the day, This is a spot that you'd rather want to focus on the totals than the side. And I think that a first half over in a Southeast Louisiana full game team total seems like a pretty nice way to spend your time watching this game.
Okay. Here we go. Ohio laying 13 and a half on the road. It's Central Michigan. Can they bounce back here? Lay this big number on the road. Total 142.
Every indication of how seasoned and upperclassmen filled this team is says that they will. I think that it is a tough game because of how well Central Michigan has been able to defend. But coming off an overtime win on the road against Ball State as a double-digit dog, it is a lot to ask for them not to have a letdown. You know, they probably celebrated, they probably drank some Mountain Dew, they probably freaking watched some Pornhub, and, you know, maybe they're not going to come out with their best game today. I think that the safest way to play this game is to take that Ohio team total over. They regularly can score 80 points when Mark Sears is getting into that ball screen offense and getting to the rim with minimal resistance. Central Michigan could be that minimal resistance tonight.
Okay. This one is a good one, Max. Moorhead versus Belmont. Belmont, 9.5 point favorites, total 143. Can you cover here with Belmont? Can you lay it?
No, I can't. I love what Belmont does, but Belmont definitely has let me down against teams that can D up. Moorhead can D up. It's going to be the premier matchup of big man versus big man with Moose versus Johnny Broom. I think that's going to be a real interesting development within the game. But what I think that the key is what you get from Skylar Potter. If Skylar Potter is going to be able to go off and score from all three levels, then that Moorhead team is going to be able to hum like a fucking streetwalker on your Johnson. And if Moorhead is able to get the key contributors on their team to produce and then get someone off the bench to give you an outlier, you know, then this is a group in Moorhead that was definitely freaking competitive last time. I think they'll be competitive again tonight.
I know. I was looking at them here tonight a little bit in this one.
Would have rather to get 12 or more, though.
Yeah, that'd have been nice. That's what I was is thinking. Rather at least double digits. You're right there. All right, big one. Big game, Max. Purdue at Michigan. Michigan's getting 3.5. Total right around 145.5 or so. 46. What do you like here?
Yeah, listen, I feel strongly about this Purdue team. I think that with Zach Edey, he just gives you a shot in the dark for what college basketball used to have a lot more of. Natural big men throwing elbows down low at smaller defenders and just scoring on people. I think that this Purdue team and Michigan both have the capability of having a high scoring first half. I did take the over 68.5 on Jimmy's show this morning. That's the play that I'm sticking with. And if you were to give me a free play on the side, you know, I would take Purdue. I just don't want to get too heavily involved until I see how this game starts up.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And Purdue on the road, that, you know, there's still that defense isn't, I don't think, great, but Michigan, they desperately need this game. You know, they need to win this one. They need wins against quality teams for sure. Yeah, damn. I wish I was getting a few more, but I lean Michigan in that spot. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, New Orleans. They're laying 2.5. Here, Max, totals right around 150.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, it's a real tough game. I think that it's too tough to really decide on the spread to tell you guys. And I just think that when you look at the total, you know, I wish that I would have been able to do the show at freaking 11 o'clock last night. I would have freaking put us on the over. But now we've seen a 4-point line move towards the over. It's just unbettable right now.
Yeah, huge line move. Yeah. There's even 5-point move at this point to that over there. Okay, good one here, Max. Let me grab, I forget the total. It's 131, I believe. Grand Canyon, Utah Valley. Utah Valley's laying 1 here. What do you like?
Yeah, listen, I'm riding with the home team. Obviously, this is the most dominant this is the most dominant backcourt in the Western Athletic with Javon Blackshear and Holland Woods. However, when you have Ferdal Amick on the other side against you, we've seen him regularly score huge MVP type games. This is one of them. He's amped up for it. He's on social media freaking posting all this shit. I think that we see the best of Utah Valley, and I think that we get another BYU game. And let's remember, they won that game.
Yeah, I'm with you, Max. There's just one thing with Grand Canyon. I know it's a little bit of a rivalry here, but I cannot back them on the road. And this number is too short with Utah Valley. I think they win here and cover. You could take a money line, just lay the one. They win here at home. They're a better defense. Grand Canyon just is a different team on the road. They're just one of these teams that's not very good on the road. They go back home in their home and shoot well, play well, but there's no way. I think they lose here tonight. I'm with you. I like Utah Valley here. Pretty good. All righty. Let's keep rolling. Anyone else? Oregon, Stanford, Max. This is an interesting one. Oregon's laying 8.5, 9 total, 139.5, right around there. What do you like?
Yeah, listen, I like the first half over in this game. That's what I like in this spot. I think that's the easiest way to play an Oregon game. They're playing their best basketball of the season right now. And when I see 65 or 65 and a half, I feel like this is too short. My number was 68 for the first half. So I'm all about Stanford, Oregon first half over.
First half over. Yeah, we'll see with Oregon at home. If Stanford's played a few games lately that have gone over, that total's interesting. Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Stanford's been a really good dog against this quadrant of opponent, and also I was just breathing and I breathed too close to the mic.
All right, let's roll through some of these. If somebody has some more questions, but let's just roll through them, Max. North Dakota State, Western Illinois. They're laying one here, total 150. Anything here?
Yeah, revenge and Grant Nelson's back. Watch the fuck out, Western Illinois. Leathernecks are going to be on belts soon.
Oof. All right. This one, I talked to you in the back a little bit, Max. It was just a lean for me. Louisiana Tech, I know you like the other side. For Charlotte, UNC Charlotte, total 142, 142 and a half. What do you like here?
Louisiana Tech is very good to me early on. They may not be good to me late in games, but they're going to be good to me tonight. Fuck you, Charlotte. Fuck you.
And I'm not playing this one, but I would be on Charlotte. I don't know if 3.5 is enough.
You leave it alone, Connor. You leave it alone.
Shit. Okay. Northeastern Delaware. This is 6.5 total, 137.5. Do you like anything here?
Yeah, I want to know what the size of Dylan Painter is, but I still like Delaware, Northeastern. As much as I love my trio of Canadians, actually my quartet of Canadians on that team, they just keep on burning money for me. I think that this is a really good game to take a low total over. When I see a total in the under 140s, it starts to freaking get me thinking. Northeastern, they've really extended games with free throws, even when they're down. So I think that this is definitely a spot you can get an over on, and it's probably a more comfortable spot than getting on the side.
Yeah, this game I looked at, and we're going to get to one in just a second, where I thought there was a total I think you can get over. You like a team total on it. We'll be right there. Let's get to this one real quick first. Arkansas State, Troy laying 3.5. Total 136.5. You trust Troy here?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I haven't bet it yet.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorite spots.
Me too. I don't want to lay it here with Troy. This game was a quick pass. Let's get to the one I'm talking about here, Max. Old Dominion, Middle Tennessee State. They're laying 5.5. This is what I was talking about, this total. It's come down a point. It opened 137. It's down to 136 most places, 136.5. I think you can get over. You mentioned the team total with Middle Tennessee. Roll on. Is that what you like here?
Yeah, listen, I think that's the way that I'd attack it. It's there's other better spots. ODU with their I guess their embarrassment of a game last time out against FAU, they are in a situational rebound spot. They could be a buy low situation also, but I just thought that I was more confident in it this morning, and I'm just less confident in it right now.
I've liked Old Dominion a lot this year, Max. They've come through with me on the unders, but Middle Tennessee just plays, so up and down kind of. They're on 5 straight overs, and I think the total's just low enough where it could get over here. That's why I was looking at it. Okay, next one, good one, Max. Hofstra, Drexel. Drexel's laying 1 here. There's a few 1.5s out there. Total 145.5. Can this get over? You there? Here?
I think he's on.
Maybe I got it.
Sorry.
Are you on mute? Or
that was me
frozen?
on
Okay.
mute. I
Or
thought
me.
that you
Okay.
were on mute.
No.
I think that this is a first half spot that I want to see how Hofstra and Drexler are matching up. Obviously, with Zach Cooks coming off the bench, he can be a real freaking pistol, a real rocket. And I think that at the end of the day, this is where Hofstra needs to improve their defense on the road versus an opponent like Drexel, who is going to be capable in the front court of scoring against you. I think that Iola plays a big freaking role tonight, and I think that the best way to attack it is to ride a first half over and then see how the sides are breaking up from there. But I lean towards Hofstra. I don't know. I'm a little biased there.
Okay. All right, from our guy T-Mac here, Texas State, Louisiana Lafayette. Lafayette's laying 1.5, 2, total 133. What do you like here?
I think that from a stat perspective, ULL is going to look really good on paper. I just think that in game versus this Texas State defense and pressure, I don't think that it's going to work out well. Turnovers are the biggest issue for this Louisiana Lafayette team. If they can't control and take care of those and keep them under 15, I don't see them winning this game. So I like Texas State. Maybe they have to grind one out like they used to, but I think that they go in and get the win tonight.
All righty, excellent. Few good ones I wanted to get through here. Elon, James Madison. James Madison's laying 6.5. His totals come down, Max, about 4 points, 3.5 to 142.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, I agreed with the line move towards the under, but I'm not doing anything on this game as of right now.
Yeah, it's come down. Maybe it's just too low. James Madison games has just been going over.
Yes.
And last time go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to say, but you have to remember that James Madison's one of those teams, injury issues and no postseason play. What do they really have to play for? Maybe they get invited to a postseason tournament, but that's a question mark. That's not a guarantee.
Yeah, they still Olay defense. I'd only take the over. I don't agree. I think it's come down too much, maybe, in that spot. How about this one, Max? Is very interesting. Mercer, VMI. This line's come down a little bit to 3.5. Total stayed right there, 148.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, Mercer first half money line, straight goods.
Mercer first half money line. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, the Citadel, UNC Greensboro. Greensboro's laying 7.5. Few spots have 8. Total 139, 140. What do you like here?
Yeah, that's a big pass to you, my friend. That is all you.
I can't lay with Greensboro. Just not with that offense. They've played better, and the Citadel, I would like it better if they were at home, Max, than taking these points on the road. Ugh, ugly. How about we get to this one, Max? You think this was the other day? Little rematch here. Indiana State, Evansville. They're laying 4 here on the road. Little revenge here after the other day. Total 128.5.
I don't like this game.
I
I
knew you were gonna. Yeah.
I'd rather fucking stab myself with a fork in the hand. I hate you,
Love
Indiana State. I hate you. How can you do that to me? And now you're playing
Weak.
Evansville again? You've won 1 game on the fucking road all year. What makes you think I should put my money on you again? You prick jobs. You're probably going to cover tonight.
I know. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say they're probably gonna win by like 12 or some bullshit like that tonight. Oh shit. FAU Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's laying 4.5. Total 143. This total's come down. Max, what do you think about this one here?
Yeah, listen, I think that I want to fade this line move. I think that we have good 3-point shooting. We have good rollers on both sides. And I think that with Davion McKnight and Cam Justice on the Western Kentucky home front, let's put on a big crowd. Let's get some offense going. Let's not make it a complete ass clencher like they have in most games. I think that this is a Western Kentucky team that I cannot back at this number, but I do like that over, especially when it came down 4 points.
Let's hit a few more, Max. We're going to go like 3-4 more, then we'll rapid fire and get out of here. Stephen F. Austin is laying 12.5 on the road, Chicago State, total 136.5. This team has been able to cover these big numbers. Do you trust him here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It's pretty strange to say that I trust a team like Chicago State, but with Jashawn Corbett and Brandon Betson and freaking Bryce Johnson, that's healthy back coming off the bench now. This is a definite interesting team. I like how they play. I like how they don't give up. And I like how their defense can be freaking open like a lady of the night's legs. I think that there's over potential, especially when it's a number that's under 140. Listen, Chicago State had a bad offensive game against Tarleton at Stephenville. That's normal. That happens to lots of programs. I think back at home tonight, they score some points, and I think that I'll be using something in that game as my fucking best bet tonight. So please, good vibes.
All right. Let's hit these few more. This one, Max, I want to see North Dakota versus St. Thomas here. They're laying 6.5. Total win 51. There's no way I'm going to lay 6.5 with St. Thomas at all. I'd be all over North Dakota here. What do you like?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not playing that game. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
This is the dog. Take the dog or nothing. I just no way I'm going to lay it with St. Thomas
No,
at all.
They're burnt out. Their legs are weak like freaking a chicken I'm about to eat. And they got no rebounding. So
yeah, man, they can't hit the boards. All their shots got to drop. Like you said, tired. Take North Dakota if you want a dirty dog tonight. All right, last one. Let's hit this one, then we'll go rapid fire, Max. Duke, Clemson. Duke 6.5, 7. There's 6.5 out there and 7. Total 142. What do we like here?
Duke first half.
Duke first half. What's the number? 3.5 or 4?
3.5 was the number I bet. And
Okay.
I tailed Cabby on that. So I'm just rolling with the revenge situation. And if Duke falls behind, you can bet your goddamn ass that I will be taking Duke on a first half live money line play at a plus price if it gets there.
Excellent. All righty. Let's go rapid fire show. We'll get out of here.
Yeah, this is a pass for me.
I don't know if I can trust LIU Brooklyn here. It's a pass for me as well.
Yeah, this is definitely under City. I don't care if IUPUI has Bobby Lestrap and BJ Maxwell. I just don't have faith in them scoring 50 points on the road.
They can't score 50. It's crazy. Yeah, take their under team total.
Yeah, this is a spot where I think that the dog could be barking very loud.
I agree. Low total. It's probably going to be tighter. So I think that 6.5 could be into play with the dog here.
Yeah, this is a pass also.
I can't even take Dickinson at home. Getting one here. There should be points. Lean over.
Tate play of the day. Scarlett Johansson Tate. I like it. And I took Coastal Carolina minus 2.5 on the alt spread.
On the online. Yeah. Taint, baby. Scarlett Johansson Taint right here. Coastal Carolina. Take him.
Shout out to the Matt Randall, the team master.
Definitely.
I think that UAB puts up points early. That's what I'm anticipating.
This was a pass for me.
I'm definitely projecting a cold bowl of cock soup, aka revenge for the Bison. Grant Nelson back in the lineup. He's coming to fuck with his eyes open all over some leathernecks.
Yeah, Max mentioned that I'm not on this one. It's 150 the total. There should be a bunch of points, but I leaned there, but that's just lean.
Yeah, this is a spot where I'm staying away from.
I can't take Monroe. Yeah, pass.
I am not touching this game unless I take the over and fading that, what is it now, 7-point line move towards the under.
Yeah, I know. I just Little Rock, South Alabama, pass.
This is definitely a dirty dogging an incarnate word. Can they bark on the road? RJ Clasper will decide yes or no.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't trust Incarnate Word. I don't want to lay that many with Nickel State. Maybe a team total with them. Over.
This is a tale of two halves and a wonderful tale of two halves. It starts off as a South Dakota blowout. And then when no one's expecting, Omaha comes back and pulls out the outright upset. I like
Points.
it. Tale of two halves.
Yeah, points, over.
California Baptist, not Cal Baptist, as I have been asked to say. If they can't beat Lamar by 12 to 15 points, they should just give up their freaking whack Vegas spot to Lamar and let them play.
You know what? They should, Max, but this is dangerous here. I mean, they should, but it is dangerous. I'd be dangerous laying that 12.5 with Cal Baptist.
Seattle, it's a big number. It's either that or lay off it. I'm not going to take UT Rio Grande Valley versus this second half offense for Seattle.
Yeah, pass. Too big a number. Seattle should take care of business. It's just, do you want to lay the 13?
This was a pass because of the under move. It's no longer bettable for the show.
Yeah, this was a pass for me.
I definitely like Tennessee State, but Murray State seems like they can put up some points in this game. We'll see the resolve of this Tennessee State team, though.
Yeah, I like Tennessee State a little bit, but it wasn't enough for me to play.
This is definitely a revenge spot for Eastern Illinois. I think that they come out and play a really greasy game, sort of like watching an episode of Trailer Park Boys and seeing Randy without his shirt on after eating 4 cheeseburgers in 30 seconds.
I think you might be right, Max. This is a lot for a Tennessee Tech team to be laying on the road. 9.5. No way. I'd lean under as well.
Montana, Northern Arizona is definitely a lot more formidable at home, and when they get balanced scoring and Jalen Cone is shooting efficiently. Don't think that happens tonight versus Montana.
Yeah, pass. Montana should take care of business.
Long Beach. Only first place, Big West, Long Beach State 49ers go onto the island where they've had trouble and pull the outright win.
I would love this if Hawaii was only 2, 1.5, 2, 4. This is the perfect line, Max. It's just saying, yeah, Long Beach is in it. Hawaii wins this game, I think, but it could be close. I'd lay it with Hawaii. I just don't love the 4. Now let's move to 4, 3.5, 4.
I'm gonna puke right now.
You go to that island. Deal with that shit.
Okay. All right. This is a big pass for me. I hope that the Mormons were having sex last night and they're ready to play basketball.
Yeah, they haven't been ready to play basketball. I don't think they are having sex. So if you had a free bet, I'd take Loyola. I don't know what's happened to this BYU team.
First half over, potential Washington team total over spot, but with it being the Pac-12, it probably is cursed.
This is so ugly. Don't play it.
New Mexico State, and I like the over.
This is a pass.
I did like the under, but then it moved against me, so now I don't like it, and I'm stuck on it. So I'm angry. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, it's dropped. There should be points, but I don't know if we can get there.
Under. I don't trust Northridge. I don't like Cal Poly. My number really likes the under in this game, and I hope that the Master Jedi can bless it as well.
I'm with you, Max. I wish it was 3 or 4 points higher, but I lean under.
Pass.
Oh, I can't trust Sacramento State here, even at home. Pass.
Definitely like the under in that game, and I think UC Irvine takes care of business. They have been probably more formidable than I would have given them credit for, and I'm giving them some credit right now.
Yeah, I think they win. I'd be leery of the 4.5. And you're right, Max. It moved up the total, but you know me with Riverside games. It's only the under.
Yeah, listen, this is a real tough game. I want to freaking be on Portland State and the overs, but there's just something about how good this Montana State team has been playing. It's a tough one all around.
Yeah, it is tough. I don't know if Portland State can hang in. I mean, they could. Just tough. I'd lean, if I had to, I'd lay it with Montana State. I just think it's too many at 9.
This is a pass because of the line move on the spread.
Pass for me. Lean UT Martin.
Definitely think that the dog has some value here.
Pass.
Last one, boys. Last one.
Yeah, this is a pass for me. A lot of sticky situations. Looks too easy, and the line's moved 2.5 points already. Kind of fucked up.
Yeah. You got Brian early. Tricky one here. Yeah, pass. Alrighty. That's it, Max. Shout out to the chat. Everyone being here, we appreciate it, but I am a little pissed. Everyone right now, if you haven't hit the like button, we got 175 in here. Hit the like button. Yeah, Bob, we hit the Georgia Southern App State game. Max, you want to go that real quick?
Yeah, listen, I think that it's definitely an App State spot when you talk about first halves. But Georgia Southern definitely can make the comeback. I think it's a tale of two halves. App State early, Georgia Southern late.
Okay, excellent. Shout out. You got to hit the like button for us. That's all we ask for if you haven't hit it. Bob Taylor, good to see you in here. Tease, Nathan Cerna. Yep, we'll see about this Hawaii team at home. Nathan Cerna, we'll see. Yeah, beaches have been good. Rara Murray, maybe the line's too much. Rim Most, Hoops 590. Shout out to everybody in here. I saw Jay Money in here. Jake, shout out to everybody. Don Corleone, everybody. Hit the like button. Big Smooth, what's up, my man? How you doing? All right, Max, bless the chat with your words. Your best bet. I'll give mine. We'll get on out of here, my guy.
All right, well, chat, I don't even want to look at the screen right now and see how many likes we're missing because I don't think we've gone to 100. I'm a little disappointed. I hope that it doesn't put bad karma. We haven't, huh?
No.
I mean, I hope it doesn't put bad karma on my best bet. If it does, well, then we can blame the people that didn't press the like button. So you guys have been here for 59 minutes. I think that's definitely worthy of it. And I'll move on from it. I want you guys to also this weekend, either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go to your local strip club. You don't have to necessarily go in it, but I want you to pin either a dollar bill or a dollar coin if you're in Canada or Europe or a euro, and I want you to just leave it there. You can stand by maybe half a block away to make sure a homeless person doesn't go and pick it up, but I want you to leave some money at a strip club. I want you to fucking go in if you want to. You don't have to. And then we'll have good karma next week. That's what I know. This is known. So without further ado, I've already talked about the best bet that I want to get on. And I'm going to get on it with you guys right now. We're getting on Chicago State. We're getting on their team total over 61.5 minus 113. All we need is them to score 62 points at home against Stephen F. Austin, who's going to score more than 62 points against them. Chicago State, you are the best bet. Don't let us down.
Yes, don't let us down. Excellent words from our guy, Max. There. All right. Let me get mine real quick here. This one's tough for me. It's still going to stay under. They said drop 2 points. I usually don't do this, but Iowa, Maryland under 147. I think we stay under in that game. Next, Upstate Max. I had to take the 8.5 with this team. I have to do it. And my last one, Utah Valley. They win here at home. Lay the 1. They beat Grand Canyon. This team's just not the same on the road. Those are my 3. All righty, Max. Good work. Shout out to the chat. Come on. We got to give it right here. 2 more. 3 more. 2 more. All right, give it. That's all we asked for. All righty, Max. Great work Thursday. Tomorrow's our relaxing Friday, smaller card. Maybe we get Nikki Fish Tanks on here, slam a few brewskis, and have a good time until we'll have a big Saturday morning. But let's get out of here. Shout out to everyone in chat. We appreciate you. He's a great Maxwell Smart. I'm Conor Mack. We be pumping! Peace.